Well, thanks for joining me here at the Lakes. I'm Pastor Dean. It's a beautiful day in Waupaca. It is June 17th, Thursday. For chapter day, we are reading from John chapter 20. I invite you to read the entire chapter. It is the resurrection chapter in John's Gospel. For this reflection, I want us to look at verses 26, 27, and 28. And I'm using the NIV. Jesus came and stood among his disciples and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here, see my hands. Reach out your hand, put it in my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said to Jesus, "My Lord and my God." Do you happen to have any scars? I've got a great one on my foot. When I was a kid, a young kid, Bobby Susan and I, one of my good friends, we were out crawdad hunting in Bear Creek near Lodi, California, out in the country where I lived. And we're out in the creek and we're collecting a bag of crawdads. We're going to take them back to Bobby's mom, and she's going to cook them up for a 4th of July feast before fireworks. And while we're out there, we're just messing around, and all of a sudden, I was using a frog gig. It's got a hook on it, and it slid into my foot instead of the crawdad, and I couldn't get it out, couldn't pull it out. Mr. Sousa came. Mr. Sousa couldn't pull it out, and eventually they ended up having to take me to the hospital and cut it out of my foot, and I left a scar. And that scar's got a story. If you have a scar, I bet you've got a story about how that scar happened. Well, Jesus is resurrected from the dead. He appears to the disciples, and it just so happens that one of the followers of Jesus isn't there. His name is Thomas. And Thomas, the rest of the disciples say, "Hey, Thomas, we saw Jesus." And Thomas is like, "No way." He says, "I won't believe unless I see the scars of Jesus." And so another time they're meeting, and Jesus appears, and Thomas is present. And then we have the story that I just read. Jesus says, put your finger in my hand. Jesus, the resurrected one, he who defeated sin, death, and the devil, carries his battle wounds with him. And they are badges of honor and sources of love for you, for I, for all of creation. When we see them, we see the scars he bores and still continues to bear as the eternal, resurrected Son of God. It is the sign of love for you and I. And so we too, like Thomas, can say, "Jesus, my Lord and my God," bow down and worship because of the love that Jesus has for you, for me, and all of creation. God loves you, and he's got the scars to prove it.